Go.
Thank you guys very much for allowing us to come out tonight. Without y'all's support, we would be failing our classes and it would be impossible for us to get our final grade. We're going to be doing a process that's actually already been created by a bunch of very large corporations. Walmart is one of them, Target is another one. Gander Mountain and Cabela's both use this as well. It's very, very effective in selling product, as well as I feel like how we have kind of taken it and put our own twist on it to better fit selling a dog or getting a dog to a house. It's called the CARE process. It's an acronym, and each one of my members here are going to kind of explain their own little section of it. We're also going to be having an example that's going to be running through each individual one. So to start it off, we're going to go with C, and, oh sorry, I got you first. We'll let him explain it.
Hello everybody, I'm Henry. I am going to be going over the first step of our CARE process. It's called connection. A good connection with someone will build a strong foundation. Now, what I mean by this is, let me give an example. Let's just say that you and a friend or somebody you know are excited. You're about to go to this new restaurant that just opened up in town, a new steakhouse, and you're in search of that perfect steak. So you show up, and the host or hostess, they look like they don't want to help you. They don't care. They don't want to be there. They're just playing on their phone. You show up, maybe give you the finger. Welcome to the steakhouse. How many is going to be joining us? Okay, well, all right. Well, see, how would that make you feel? We've all had that experience where you show up to a place and you just, that person that you meet the first time just dampens the whole experience. So you take that first example, let's just change it around. You show up to the steakhouse. Welcome to the steakhouse. How many are you going to be joining us today? 5, okay, great. Join me. I will show you your seat area. So, can you see the difference between, a bad connection and a good connection? A connection will set the stage for either a good experience or, if it's a bad experience, it's a bad connection, it'll be a bad experience. So, that goes with everything. When it involves people, connection is everything. Now, a good connection can be established on the phone as well. Let's just say that you're shopping around for a new product, or a new service of any kind. You write your numbers down, and you're getting ready to make your calls. First place you call, nobody answers. You try a couple more times, nobody answers. So, what would you do? You would end up probably just calling the next number that's on your list. Well, let's just say that you call this same place, and the person is just really short. Bob's Electronics, how can I help you? Yeah, I don't know if we got that. Okay, all right, bye. Well, that eagerness not to want to help, you're going to want to go to another place, call another place. So let's just say that same place you call, they answer the first time. Thank you for calling Bob's Electronics. We have the latest and greatest. How may I help you? Now, let's go closer to home. You're all representatives of Safe Haven, right? You're out to try to adopt dogs out to caring families. And while they're here, you take care of them. Now, let's start with the phone. Here at Safe Haven, you take those scenarios that I've given you, like you don't answer the phone, well, they're probably going to call the next animal shelter. Okay? Well, let's say you answer the phone. Thank you for calling Safe Haven. We have lots of little dogs to adopt out. How may I help you today? You're going to be more willing to, oh yeah, I called the right place. Yeah, I'm looking for this and that. Well, when you're on the phone, you're going to want to smile. Because people can hear a smile. Say, hi, how are you doing? Well, if you're monotone and you just don't really care, they can hear that in your voice. Thank you for calling Safe Haven. Or, thank you for calling Safe Haven. It is a great day. How may I help you today? Now, let's just say we're at Safe Haven. People come up. They show up. They're going to adopt a dog. You want to greet a person with a smile. How are you doing? Good. Okay. If If you don't, you know, you show up, safe haven. You know, you just had a bad day. Safe haven, how may I help you? You know, it just dampens. You know, you're about to make this very serious decision. You're adopting a dog. You know, and if you show up, you're in that good mood. You're gonna do something right. Well, it's just, you may just want to just turn around and just leave. Okay. Handshakes are very important as well. When you give a handshake, you don't want to have a handshake so hard you don't want to take the person's arm. You know, I've had that, you know, the experience. You know, always with the gym. You know, you go up to that gym. That last gym that I joined, I show up. This guy is just upped his bench press. He got a whole lot stronger. And so I show up. He goes, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I want to work out." Well, also, when it comes to handshakes, you don't really want to give the soft handshake, you know, the dead fish. It's kind of awkward, you know, I've always had that. So I'm going to start a little scenario. If I can have one of my colleagues come up. They show up to Safe Haven. "Hi, I'm Henry. Welcome to Safe Haven.
Hi.
How may I help you today?"
Well, I was interested in the dog.
"Awesome, you've come to the right place. What do you want to do with this dog?"
Well, I go out running every day, and I'm training for the Kona Ironman, so I'm looking for someone that can run along with me when I go on my runs.
"Awesome, awesome. You know, I don't know about running, but I do need you at the gym."
Oh, I'm going to the local gym. I can totally help you out with that.
"Awesome, awesome." Right, so connection is very important. You know, it sets a great foundation for the next step in our process, assess. If I can have one of my other colleagues come up. Mitch.
Hi all, I'm Mitch, and today I'm going to be talking about assessment. It's a little bit shorter than his part, though, I promise. When assessing a potential new pet owner, to decide what sort of pets they're looking for, a few simple questions will suffice. The first question they should already know the answer to: cat or dog? This is a question that may be proven false by their later responses. For example, if they're looking for something fuzzy to sit on their lap and purr while they pet it, they're looking for a dog, it might be more of a cat situation. But once you've determined what species of animal they would like to adopt, find out a little bit about their situation. Keep questions about the pets on the light side. Try not to, ask, 10 questions in a row really fast. Just be like 5 questions, spaced out, let them answer as long as they want to. And first, assess what the customer wants in an animal. Start easy and broad. Long hair or short? Is shedding an issue? Is there a certain breed or color that they're into? So the third point, at this point we have a pretty good idea of what the adopter is looking for, but we can get deeper if you need to. Ask questions, ask what they're getting the dog for. Is it for kids? Maybe a puppy or a protected breed would be best for their needs. Questions include things like, do you have kids? What is their housing situation? Get a good idea of their needs and impress your customer with your matchmaking abilities, and you might just open a space at Haven. So I'm going to have Darrington back up, and we're going to continue that same thing where I'm going to skip the connection because, I'm not a very good connector. I hear you're a runner and you're looking for a
Yes.
dog. Do you have any particular breed in mind that you were looking for?
No, not really. As long as they're just be able to run. So I don't like small dogs. But.
Okay, so you probably want to move a little bit past the puppy phase.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we can do that. What kind of housing situation are you living in right now?
Oh, I'm a tech student right now, and I work as a trainer at the gym, and I live with 3 other students in the house. We all share the same place. So.
Okay, are there other pets in the house?
No, one of my roommates has a fish tank.
Okay, but there's no contact between those two?
No, his fish tank is.
Oh, okay, well, dogs don't go after fish anyway, so I think we'll be okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Is there a problem with shedding or long hair or short hair?
No, most of the time he's going to stay outside, and then we're going to be running every morning.
Okay, so you want something that can handle all weather, as we are in Lubbock?
Yeah, rain or shine,
Okay.
cold, wet, I'm out there running every morning.
Okay. Well, that was just kind of like a broad, short, to the point, random questions that could basically narrow down the spectrum a little bit. So I'm going to pass it on to Hannah, and she's going to go through relevant questions.
Okay, I'm Hannah and I am the relevant section. So after you've assessed somebody's needs, you really want to make it more relevant to the point and especially narrow it down to the dogs that you have here, where you would want to take them, be thinking of it in your head exactly what dogs might fit for this person. So you want to make relevant suggestions to which animal will best suit their needs and physically take them to the dogs. You don't want to overwhelm them, show them every single dog that's here, but definitely just narrow it down to what you think would be fitting for them. So if he's looking for, you know, a dog that really likes, or a dog that he's really going to want to exercise with, you don't want to show him a dog that just wants to be a lap dog. If the family has any doubts about the dog because of their environment at home, you should always encourage a second visit. Tell them to bring along their family, tell them to bring along their other animals so that they can have a meeting. The main goal is to get a dog adopted and not have it brought back. So you really want to be able to narrow it down and have a specific dog in mind that the customer will want and not want to return. So we'll have come back. Hi, I'm Hannah. How are you?
Hello.
Here you're looking for a dog that you'll want to exercise with?
Absolutely.
Are you looking for any age in particular, any specific breed?
No, I'm open to any breed. I just
Okay.
don't want anything too.
You don't have
small.
kids, you don't have any other animals at home?
No kids, no other animals other than the fish tank.
Okay.
And, but we do have people coming and going a lot. So.
Okay. Is there any breed that you're really against? Maybe something that you don't want to look at, or any age?
No, well, as long as he's good and high energy and was able to run with me, I'm okay with it. And I'm not a big fan of really small dogs, so
Okay.
I like anything, any size of the dog's okay with me as long as they're that big or better.
Okay, great. Well, I think I have about 4 or 5 dogs, so if you want to go, we'll go ahead and take a look at them.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So then you would want to go take them to the dogs, and hopefully that they would find a perfect match that they would want to take home. So now we're going to have Kaylee. She's going to do education. The next page.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. So I'm Educate, which is like the final part of the care process and is the most fun in my opinion. So what happens after you make this suggestion is you need to take them to the animal and give them like a brief history about them, and this is like how long they've been at the haven, how they were found, because it will kind of help in like aid, and maybe that person will be like, oh my gosh, she's been here for 1.5 years, like I want to take her home right now. And so by doing this and covering like brief and important parts, you make sure that the guest knows everything about the dog or the cat that you are suggesting to them. You should know the basics about the animal, especially if you suggest it, because if you like walk up and you were like, oh, this is a cute dog, and they're like, oh, like tell me about her, and you're like, she's cute, like that'd be really like awkward, and the guest would kind of get overwhelmed and have to try to figure it out from there. This includes the animal's history, and you should also include the animal's personality, because if someone's high energy and they might not want to have like a low energy dog, or if they're like really low key, they're not going to want some wild dog. It's important to educate the guest, because by giving them this concise and full history about the animal, it'll make the decision process easier for the guest, and it'll help them sell it to the animal, and like it'll make it so much easier for the guest not to get overwhelmed with information, and it'll also ensure that the animal's not returned, and help find their forever home. You should educate them on how long they've been at the haven. Is the animal good with other animals, and if so, what kind? Is the animal good with children or good with young children? Is the animal active or calm, loud or quiet, or nervous or outgoing? And why you think the animal would be a good fit for the guest. In this part of the step, you're finding a need and you're filling that need. So, for the example, the runner, you're finding this runner, and he wants to obviously exercise and be athletic with this animal. So you need to fill that need with an athletic and willing to exercise kind of animal. And you not only further their interest in the animal, you seal the adoption process by making sure the guest knows exactly what that animal might need when they go home. And make sure that you're presenting facts instead of opinions, because I think my dog at home is really great and really funny, but she's kind of crazy and nervous. So not a lot of people like that. So I might think she's awesome and great, but by saying she's great, she's cute, and then she just barks and is crazy at people, that's not necessarily a good thing. So we're going to continue with this last part and finishing it. Hi, I'm Kaylee.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. So I understand that you're looking for a dog, preferably a little older, but not a senior dog. You don't mind shedding. It's going to be the only animal in the house. There's no children, and you want something athletic.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is Sunny. She is a Labrador mix. She is very athletic. She's high energy. She's a little bit on the quieter side, and she gets along really well with people. And from what we have seen, and I think she'd be a great fit for you, especially since you're a runner and you need a high energy kind of animal.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and that is educate. So I'm gonna give it
Hi,
back
I'm
to
Darren.
Jake.
I haven't introduced myself yet. So I want to say the scenario we just came up with was actually, we didn't just come up with the top of our head. That's an actual training scenario used in the care process by all these corporations. And we just slightly tune the needs to meet the needs of Safe Haven. So thank you.
So I know it's been a lot to take in, and a very quick process to get through it, but each specific step in this is actually statistically proven to increase in product sales is what I've originally got it from, but you can understand how we're trying to kind of get it focused in here. Basically, if you do get the connection phase down, which is just getting past that wall of you're a stranger and I don't know you, into, as you can tell whenever he was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm thinking about getting to the gym too, that instantly is, okay, now we have some sort of connection where we're not just random people anymore, we have something in common. After you get past the connection and you really start understanding what it is that they're going to want, after you get past that, like they said, get into relevance